came over on the morning boat from Kea and rode up here with my bike and had a meeting with Márku about this doorway that we want to raise. This one. It's not going to get too much higher though. It's going to be on the same level as that door. So about here. Yeah, it's going to look a lot better if it's at this height. It's not just look better, the house will retain its value. I liked the low opening. I thought it was fun and funky. But if I'm going to make sure this house retains the value that I'm putting into it, I have to curb my fun and funky tendencies. I came over for a few hours because I wanted to make sure that this was going to get done the way I wanted it to be done, even though I'm not going to be here. This is exactly what I always wanted in a house, this industrial look, but real, not fake industrial, using very heavy materials to do the job. So I did a bit of a knock-up just to see what it would be like when I've put a partition wall there. So you still have the open feeling, but suddenly you've got a nice entryway with plenty of room for a cupboard here, or hangers, or cubby holes, or something. Because, don't forget, aside from being raised, this door, there will be a barn door, sliding barn door, that mostly stays open, unless this unit is rented separately from the rest. I'll talk about that a little bit more at a later date. This is actually a lot more house than I need, so I'm playing around with the idea of being able to have a small rental in the back. I'm imagining this opening to about here, about 25-30 centimeters more. This has been the first renovation project I've ever done in which I had to add walls, and not just a few, all of the walls. Every other renovation project I've done involved tearing down walls. But because this was used as a taverna since the 60s, most of the walls had already been torn down. It's an incredible opportunity to create the space completely bespoke from the very beginning. I mean, it's like building a house from the beginning. You've just got the outside walls. But it's also daunting because there are so many choices. And one of the things I liked in the very beginning when I entered this property was back here, the way the light played off of this cube that was already existing. And I raised the floor. So this floor was all underground, all the way through to the back. But I really like the idea of that master bedroom being on the garden level, having sort of a seamless transition from inside to outside. One of the decisions that I've had the most difficulty with is to choose the style of stairs that I want up to the little mini loft. So I'm trying out all kinds of different heights and getting a better idea of what the angle will be in the final stairway. It's steep, I know that, and I'm going to break it into a corner, but for me it's always a lot easier to visualize something if I actually set it up, obviously. I often just sit and stare at a corner, visualizing different options, which kind of drives Marcus. Doesn't drive him crazy exactly, but he thinks something's definitely wrong with me. But this exercise turned out not to be in complete vain. I got a really clear idea. As you can see, the stairway in the corner up
hear kind of what I'm after. It'll be very different in style, but that is about the angle and about the room that I have to put in my place. And by setting it up like this, I did get a much, much clearer idea. And then I spent some time adjusting that partition wall, playing around with the idea of how it should be. But for now, I decided that I'm going to keep it an open plan, as I have been thinking of it all along. I can always add a wall and a cupboard. We'll see. The feeling I get when I do these setups is kind of like how I felt when I was a kid and I played with Lego. I just get lost in the myriad of possibilities. So right now I'm standing where the kitchen island is going to be. And I just want to see how the stairway is going to look when I look back here. This is the original idea, to have a very open stairway. One of these same pieces of iron that I've used up on the skeleton. This stuff. One of those running down the length of the stairway. But it's a steep staircase, so it's going to need rails left and right, like a boat, so you can propel yourself up feet and arms. I really screwed the pooch on the design of this bathroom, which is a shame because it's going to be very beautiful with the skylight. But it's such a narrow room. I had hoped to get the shower in this corner and the toilet here. But the toilet would literally be in the middle of the shower, and I don't really want that. So I found a corner toilet. I bought a corner toilet. It goes right out to there, the end of the measuring tape. I think it's going to free up the space a lot more, so rather than having a toilet all the way up to here, at least it's going to be here. Happy with that idea. But my plumber's going to kill me because we're going to have to take this water line and probably move it down and around here so it's out of the way of the back of the toilet. And then the sewage line, the toilet I bought exits through the back wall. So we're gonna have to make like a roller coaster ride for the sewage to go down and meet our existing wastewater. He's not gonna be happy, and it's gonna be expensive. And I really hope that it's worth it, but I just think when you walk into this room and the toilet's at an angle like that, it's going to be a lot more practical than what I had in mind, which was the toilet being like that. But keep in mind that that means it's exactly the same size, but look how much more it sticks out to be sort of like that. Originally, I thought this shower would be just sort of the backup auxiliary shower, maybe for washing the dog. But I'm starting to realize that if I want to be able to separate the apartments that I've got in mind, it will be necessary for this bathroom to be more functional. And for the resale value, of course. Sometimes I tend to do things the way I want to do them, and then I realize that nobody else is going to want it like that. So yeah, you can see the difference. I think that the corner toilet's the way to go. Let's go back around and see my stairs, my steps again. I had a chance to take my eyes off them, see them fresh. So there will be a pedestal here with some built-in steps to get you up to that 45, 50 centimeter level that the chair's at now. And then there will be a steep staircase from that level up. Okay, enough of that. I think I've got what I need, and I need to get back down to Lavrio to meet the boat. I'm glad to see my bathtub arrived. I ordered this thing on sale a couple years ago, and it's been sitting in the garden at IKEA. And, well, I figured it's time to get it over here. It'll inspire me to finish the house. If you liked what you saw and I made you smile, please push the like button and consider subscribing so you can follow along on this journey. Thank you and see you soon.